All right, what's up, YouTube? I'm back. I'm gonna talk about Keith Thurman versus Errol Spence. Should it happen? Now, I'm a fan of Keith Thurman. You know, I also like Errol Spence. I got nothing against these guys. Going against each other. Whoever wins, wins. Whoever loses, loses. I will be rooting for Keith Thurman. I do think he beats Errol Spence because I seen Errol Spence take a lot of right hands against lesser opponents. You know what I'm saying? He's not there yet, man. And then he has limited head movement. I think he's a bit fascinated with his power. Keith Thurman, he lets his hands go, but he's well aware something's gonna come back. Errol Spence, uh, not so much, man. Not so much, and he's strong, but he has stunning power. Not one punch I can stun you like KO power. Not like Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different level of power and stuff like that. But anyway, I think it's Mayweather came out and said, hey, why don't I drop this belt? Anyway, he got stripped of a WBO belt, so he's not dictating nothing any way with the whole belt thing. He's gonna say, why don't you fight Errol Spence? Instead of just saying he doesn't want to fight Keith Thurman. And I like Floyd, but at the same time, Errol Spence, I don't care what nobody say, he hasn't done nothing. He hasn't done nothing. We're not talking about an Olympic gold medalist or nothing like that. We talk about a dude that lost in the Olympics. I mean, which everybody does. I'm not saying he's garbage, but I'm just saying this is not a gold medalist. You know what I'm saying? He's not a reigning, a decorated Olympic champion. He's no Lomachenko. You get what I'm saying? He's no Rigondeaux. Who guys that fight maybe one or two fights and they ready because they pretty much in the amateur ranks dominated dudes that are highly rated in the pro ranks. They came out before them. They probably beat them like 4 or 5 times in the amateurs. But Errol Spence, I'm looking at BoxRec, man. I'm looking at it right now. Errol Spence is not even in the top 20. I don't know none of the guys he beat. And I ain't hating on him. But he's susceptible to those right hands. But I don't know none of the guys he beat, man. None of them, except for that Ronald Cruz guy. That's it. He was okay, domestic fighter. But to me, in my opinion, he had to work his way up, just like Keith Thurman did. He had to battle his way up in a pro rank, because he spent years, man, trying to get his way up. Hell, Madonna ducked him. Everybody was trying to duck him. And he was able to slowly put names on his resume. And that just took time. I mean, hell, his pro debut was in '07. And then you go look at Errol Spence's. It was only like, what, 3 years ago? That's kind of like, to me, it's kind of disrespectful. Yeah, his pro debut was in 2012. And they only, a year apart. Like maybe a year and a half apart in age. You get me? So Errol Spence is 25 and haven't even put in half the work. He haven't even been half the pro. I mean, he's always going to be behind in years, but you get what I'm saying. He hasn't even been in the game for at least 5 years, and he's just now making a name for himself. So it's just like what Keith Thurman said with the Luis Collazo fight. It's kind of hard to get up for a fight like that when at the end of the day, no matter what the performance is going to be, win or lose, you aren't going to get any credit. Because at the end of the day, he beats Errol Spence. He's just a young pup. And then if he loses, all that hard work Keith Thurman put into promoting himself. Remember, this is all about promotion and stuff like that. We talk about individuals. We ain't talk about a league. We just talk about a whole bunch of individuals who's trying to hype themselves up. A lot of guys patent their records against a bunch of no-name contenders until they get some pub and until they're able to sell out for 10,000 seat arenas and stuff like that. So he Keith Thurman's just making a name for himself, and now somebody's asking him. He's like, "Hey, fight this dude. He don't even have a belt. I could see if he had a belt or something like that." Now I have other guys coming out of the amateur ranks and fought, world class champions. Yeah, Lomachenko did it. One other guy did it some time ago. I don't know his name, but who was it? With Leon Spinks. He almost got who did he beat? Ali? What like 8 fights in or whatever like that. But at the same time, those guys weren't. I'm pretty sure those guys weren't fighting just no name people. They fought the right people to get themselves in the right spot, like Babe-Ruth, Shumanov. And see, that's another thing. Put up the money, man. A lot of guys they come in here, they talk about, oh, I deserve a fight with this dude, but they have no promotional team or nobody willing to front big money to make the fight happen. You get what I'm saying? It's like what is it gonna take to get you to get in the ring? It's like Rigondeaux with the whole Leo Santa Cruz and these other fighters. I know Rigondeaux can beat a lot of these guys, but then again, he ain't got no money. To get these guys in the ring. I know the money's good, but hell, Rigondeaux probably destroy a lot of dudes' career. You get what I'm saying? And you gotta front some money. Hell, like Michael Spinks versus Tyson. He made sure that check cleared before he stepped in that ring. With Mike Tyson, he was like, "Did the check clear?" You know what I'm saying? No, I gotta have that check. Same thing with Adonis Stevenson with Kovalev. And he said, I won't fight him. He said, hey, the money got to be right. It's like, I just got this belt, which is time. That's another conversation right there. It's time for him to fight Kovalev, man. It's time for those dudes to fight. But I don't know, man. It's just that's a darn shame they didn't work that out. With the whole HBO and Showtime thing, that was messed up. But yeah, that's what Floyd should do. He got the money team. He's got money. I'm assuming he's got money. It's reported that he just got a check. Supposedly, he showed a check with some figures on it. I don't know if it was real or it was fake, but he was toting around like it was real. Put some money behind Errol Spence and offer Keith Thurman some pocket money. He said he likes his checks. And he say, you know what I'm saying, after the Collazo fight, he said in the post-fight interview, he likes his checks. Put some money on the table, Mayweather. Put some money on the table. I'm a fan of yours and stuff like that, but you can't go around saying, it's okay. I guess you can do it, but, put your money where your mouth is. Errol Spence is your boy. That's your guy. Put some money on the table like Don King. Yeah, do Don King. That's what you gotta do. You a promoter. Do Don King. Break out some cash. You always doing it. You always got some kind of bag lady, some paper bag boy carrying around some money. Go ahead, do your thing. put some money on the table, have a press conference, call out Keith Thurman, have Errol Spence out there. It's like, hey Keith, here's like X amount of millions of dollars, your biggest payday. You're like, yo, let's make this fight happen. You get what I'm saying? I mean, you got CBS, you got Al Heyman, all the television networks, shots, and all the stuff to make this stuff happen. Put some money on the table. All right, man. Let me know what y'all think. Is it the right time? Like, do we have to see Errol Spence versus Keith Thurman right now? Because Keith Thurman said it doesn't have to. We gonna fight each other. It doesn't have to happen now because, like he said, Errol Spence. Like, what has he done? He's like, hell, I'll fight him, but why now? You get what I'm saying? And then why? Just to clear this up. Remember, I mentioned this in the other video about Luis Collazo. Luis Collazo, check out 78 Sports, man. He did an interview, I think it was Thurman or Collazo. I know he did. I'm pretty sure he did one with Collazo. Either it was 78 Sports or EJ, Earl Jarrett or Boxing Beats and Rhymes. They did an interview, and Keith Thurman was looking for that Collazo fight, and Keith Thurman and Collazo were going back and forth for who was ducking who. You get what I'm saying? And then on top of that, it just didn't happen. Like I said, it just didn't happen. One was saying the other was ducking the other one, but hey, it happened. You get what I'm saying? It finally happened, and they were calling each other out, but it was the perfect time for them to fight each other. So, all right, let me know what y'all think. All right, catch y'all later. Bye.